Have you always thought it would be nice to work in a job that helps conserve wildlife, but you don't actually know what opportunities are out there? Well, in this video series, I'm going to be talking about 19 jobs that you can do in this field. While I'm specifically going to be talking about jobs you can do based in the UK, a lot of these jobs are actually applicable globally. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you can get something valuable from this video. I've got experience working in a range of wildlife conservation positions, from fully hands-on with animals to completely support roles. All of the clips within this video are from some of my experiences and hopefully will help show some of the variety of work that's out there. In my experience, there's always a job out there for somebody, even if it's not what you initially envisioned. This video is the first of 3 videos, and today we're going to be looking at 5 jobs that you can do that are hands-on with wildlife. The first job is being an animal keeper. While there are all sorts of animal keeping positions around, if you want to work specifically to help wildlife conservation, you need to be really selective about which company you're working for. Look for positions within collections that breed animals with conservation in mind, like members of BIAZA, the British and Irish Association of Zoos and Aquariums. Collections breeding with conservation in mind are often part of international stud books, with pairings chosen to create the most genetically diverse population. This acts as a great safety net if something ever happens to wild populations, and it's actually helped save some species from extinction, like the scimitar horned oryx. Alternatively, you can be an animal keeper for a wildlife rescue centre, where you'll be in charge of caring for injured and orphaned animals that ultimately will end up getting released back into the wild. Being an animal keeper is a great way to get to know individual personalities of species that the public wouldn't normally interact with. The duties involve food preparation, feeding, providing medical care, grooming, enrichment, exercise, and a never-ending list of cleaning duties. You may even have other duties, like talking about animals in front of large groups. There are lots of different routes into animal keeping. Some people will get a degree first or a different qualification, while others will do more on-the-job training. In all routes, it's really important that you're going to be able to demonstrate to an employer that you can work in difficult environments and circumstances and that you have a real passion for animals. Often the way of demonstrating this is by volunteering. So for example, when I was an animal keeper, before I got my job, I actually worked for the Animal Parks retail department and then volunteered for the animal section on my day off. Then when a position became available, it was easier for me to transfer over because I'd already shown those skills in advance. The second job is being a field researcher. Field researchers work out in the wild where they can collect new data that helps wildlife conservation projects. This work can be carried out on a range of species at any time of day and by foot or from vehicles. A field researcher collects a wide range of data. They can look at how populations are structured through individual size, sex, age and fitness. They can also look at habitats, seeing the quality of them and where animals are found within them. Field research is a really important role in wildlife conservation because it provides all of the data that everyone on the conservation project team needs to be able to tell whether the activities they're doing are actually making an impact. In my experience, unless you're lucky with who you know, then the way to become a field researcher is to climb the academic ladder. You can become a field researcher with just a bachelor's degree. However, in most cases, you will be outcompeted for jobs by people with PhDs and postdocs. The best way to land a field research position is to get more field research experience. So whether that's through work, school or volunteering, the more you have, the more you're likely to land a field research job. The third job is a reserve warden. There are plenty of sites in the UK where various rangers and wardens perform job duties that help active conservation work. Wardens have all sorts of duties that can include managing the landscape, maintaining wildlife habitat, clearing trees, patrolling against poachers, maintaining equipment, educating visitors to wildlife reserves, managing ponds, and breeding different game species. Aspiring conservationists often look abroad, but there are so many native species here in the UK that reserve wardens are responsible for protecting. If you want to work outdoors and help endangered species, then perhaps a job in one of our reserves would be good for you. A reserve warden is a really great position for a career switcher from more practical industries. These jobs look out for your standard teamwork skills, ability to work independently, and passion for the outdoors, but they also look for a really specialised skill set as well. If you're professionally trained in using dangerous tools and machinery, like tractors and chainsaws, then you've got a really competitive edge in getting one of these jobs. The fourth job is an ecological consultant. This is a pretty common route for wildlife workers in the UK. An ecological consultant's job is to make sure that any land or building developments are sticking to environmental laws and regulations. A large part of the job, particularly early on, involves surveying sites for protected species before any building works can happen nearby. There's a whole host of species that I talk about on this channel that you could be surveying, but a common one is bats. If you want to become an ecological consultant, you need to be prepared for many hours of sitting in one place listening out for bats, both very late at night and very early in the morning. Another part of the job involves working on active construction sites to ensure work isn't disturbing wildlife beyond a reasonable amount. This can include checking for mammals, reptiles, and invasive plants during vegetation clearance. It can involve making sure no protected species are disturbed during digging. On one memorable occasion for me, it even involved herding a roe deer out of the building site before work started. Of course, there's also the paperwork side of things. As an ecological consultant, you need to be able to keep track of all the notes that you've made on surveys so that you can write up the relevant reports to actually convey the information that you found across to everyone else. Although work in ecological consultancy isn't strictly working in conservation, it is a really important role for the conservation of UK species. If it weren't for ecological consultants, then work on building sites would often go ahead without considering the needs of the species already living there. It's the ecological consultant's job to provide expertise knowledge in understanding what can and can't be done according to environmental laws. This is one of the easier jobs to start out with because there's always bat surveys taking place during the summer that you can sign up for. You can get a step up by having a degree in a relevant field like ecology or zoology, or you can go out volunteering with local wildlife groups and join them on surveys to get more experience. If you've already got licenses to be able to work on building sites or with protected species, then that's going to give you a competitive edge in trying to land one of these jobs. The fifth job is to become a wildlife vet. Being a wildlife vet is another job that people tend to immediately associate with working with exotic animals abroad, but it's also much needed here in the UK. Whether you're helping an animal that's been hit by a car or delivering vaccinations as new diseases come up, this role is really important in helping maintain the health of our ecosystem. To become a wildlife vet, you need to have knowledge of and experience working with a range of species. You will need a veterinary science degree that exposes you to this experience, and then will likely need to further train to specialise in the species that make up wildlife in the UK. You will likely need to be a member of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. With many of the jobs I've talked about, you have the option to specialise even further. You don't just have to work in conservation as a whole. For example, you could be fascinated by the interaction between mammals, like me, and try to take jobs with that as a focus. Maybe marine life or birds are your preferred species to work with. Or perhaps it isn't the conservation of animals that interests you, but plants and landscapes. Maybe it's just one aspect of conservation, like nature-based solutions, that you want to work towards. Wildlife conservation is a really competitive industry, and a lot of people have to give up on their dream before they can ever make it happen. But hopefully this video has helped show you the wide variety of jobs that are available out there, and given you some hope that if you want to make this your career, there's a way that you can make it happen. Not only that, but a lot of these jobs also have a load of tiers of different experience levels that are required, so you can start out on the very bottom rung and work your way up to your dream position. If you're interested in any sort of video on a specific conservation related job and all the skills that you need to be able to get into that and the path you need to take, then let me know and I can work on that video. If you want to support me in continuing to create these free educational videos, then check out my new Patreon page. I have 5 different monthly support tiers to choose from, ranging from just £2 up to the higher tiers where you can vote for video topics, have your name credited at the end of each video, receive personalised art of any UK species, and get one-on-one consultation calls with me on any nature-related topic of your choice. Subscribe to Ferroforest to keep learning about UK nature.